Now we're going to learn about four terms that help us classify systems of equations. We're going to build this table, and at the end I'll show you how to fill it in to summarize what we've learned. Consistent systems are systems in which the graphs intersect in at least one point and the equations have at least one common solution. Those are actually two different ways of saying the same thing. The first two systems that we looked at in this video are both consistent. This one and this one. You see that the two lines intersect in one point, therefore they're consistent. A system in which the graphs do not intersect, or, say it another way, a system in which there is no common solution, is called inconsistent. In linear systems, that is, systems where both equations are linear, the lines are parallel, and since parallel lines never meet, there is no common solution. For nonlinear equations, we can have a situation that looks like this, in which the graphs do not intersect. They're not linear, they're not parallel, but there's still no solution. Independent systems are systems in which the graphs are different, or said another way, the equations are not equivalent. So we see in this system, we call them independent because the two equations are different and they look different on the graph. By contrast, dependent systems are systems in which the graphs are exactly the same. If we look at this system, 3x plus 2 equals y, and 6x minus 2y equals negative 2, the graph of the first equation looks like that. This is the graph of the second equation, and we can see that the two equations are identical. We can also say that even though the equations look different, they are actually equivalent, meaning that any xy pair that satisfies the first equation will also satisfy the second equation. And for this, there are an infinite number of solutions. So in summary, a system that is consistent and independent has different graphs, the equations are different, and there is at least one solution. For inconsistent and independent systems, the graphs are different, the equations are different. For linear systems, the lines are parallel, and there are no solutions. For systems that are consistent and dependent, the graphs are the same, the equations are the same or are equivalent, and there are an infinite number of solutions to the system.